gonna just be no music in it. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So many devices. So the music's playing through here. All right, y'all. Power 60. So this playlist it's a little more upbeat, but it's all like love songs. So it's all love within the songs, just because of everything going on. Wanted to spread some love. So yeah, we need a little love. So I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, we'll get started in child's pose. So right here, spread your knees wide on your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. And start to send your hips towards your heels as you straighten your arms. Now take one deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. Take another deep inhale in through your nose. This time visualize your breath coming up through your fingertips. All the way up your forearms, around your biceps, your triceps, around your delts, your shoulder blades, then hold it at the top. Create that expansion through your lungs and diaphragm. And then hold that breath for 4. For 3, release your breath in 2. And 1, open mouth, release that breath out. We'll do that one more time. So take a deep inhale in through your nose. Visualizing your breath coming up through your fingertips. Feel that breath come. Then around your shoulder blades and hold it for 4. For 3, release that breath in 2. And 1, open mouth, release that breath as you visualize it going out the back of your spine. Now right here, begin to zip up your lips and use your Ujjayi breath, which means you're breathing in and out your nose. This is your breath of fire, of heat that will guide your movements throughout the next 60 minutes. But at any point, if you do start to feel overheated, feel free to use that open mouth exhale to release some heat from your body. And always feel free to come back to child's pose, the resting pose you're in right now. Now take one more deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. Now inhale as you come up to a tabletop pose. So stack your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Now inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down to your mat. Extend the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And then exhale, cat pose, curl your spine as you rotate your shoulders forward, your biceps behind. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, and then create that expansion through your chest. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine. Look in towards your navel. One more inhale, cow pose. And then exhale, cat, just warming up your thoracic spine. Now inhale back to a tabletop pose, and then we're gonna take dancing lion to the right. So what that is, big hip circles coming all the way forward, all the way back. You might hear those little nicks and cracks release, and just take inventory of how your body feels. Yeah, notice where it's a little bit tight and where you need to let go a little bit during your practice today. And then once you feel complete on one side, start to go towards the other direction. Take 2 more deep breaths right here. And then 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale as you come back to that tabletop pose, and then lift your right knee out to the side for fire hydrant pose. So your thighs parallel with your mat. Now inhale, extend your foot out like you're about to karate chop the side of the room. And then exhale as you bring your heel back towards your glute. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it back in. Last time, inhale, but kick it out, and then press the inner arch of your foot into the ground. Now slowly start to walk your hands out towards the front of your space. And then rest your chin or your forehead all the way to your mat if you have the space. So with every inhale, breathe where you feel a little bit of tension. With every exhale, allow that tension to release out. That might be in your groin, your collarbone, your shoulder blades, but pop your elbows off your mat so that you're all the way on your finger pads. Feel that expansion. Take 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now slowly start to walk your hands back towards the center of your mat so they're underneath your shoulders. And then fire hydrant pose, lift your leg back up. Now donkey kick straight up towards the ceiling. So we're just lengthening through our psoas. And then knee to nose, squeeze in. We'll do that 2 more times. So open up your hip, fire hydrant out. Donkey kick straight up. Knee to nose crunching. Now last one, fire hydrant out to the side. Donkey kick straight up and just hold right here. Now shift your weight over to your right hand, grab your back foot with your left, and then open up your chest as you press the top of your foot into your hand. Take 1 deep inhale in, 1 exhale out, and then slowly release your left hand down to the ground. Inhale, knee to nose, squeeze in, and then place your right knee back onto your mat. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift your left knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Extend your leg out, and then press your heel back in towards your glute like a karate chop. Yes, 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, just lengthen through our medial glute. Exhale, bring your heel back in. Now inhale, lengthen, hold here, and then press the inner arch of your foot into the mat or the ground below you. Now slowly start to walk your hands out towards the front of your space and make sure your elbows are lifted off your mat. If you have the space, take your chin or your forehead all the way down. And then feel this through your scapula, your collarbone, shoulder blades. Inhale where you feel a little bit of tension. Exhale as you release that tension out. 1 more deep inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now slowly start to walk your hands back towards the center of your space. And then bend your knee for fire hydrant pose. Now donkey kick straight up. Knee to nose crunching 2 more times. So fire hydrant out. Donkey kick straight up. Knee to nose. Last time, fire hydrant out to the side. Donkey kick straight up. This time shift your weight over to your left hand. And then kick back into your right. Yes, now really create that expansion through your chest. And then shift your shoulder so it's right over your front wrist. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, release your right hand down, knee to nose, squeeze it. And then place your left knee back onto your mat. Now tuck your toes and lift your knees off your mat for bear pose. So right here, spread your fingertips out wide and then dome your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. So curl your belly button in towards your spine as you hover your knees. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Now right here, begin to pedal out your dog, bend deep into one knee and the other. Maybe windshield wiper your heels side to side, getting into your IT bands. Yes. Do whatever feels good in your body, and then when you're ready, come to stillness. Now inhale, as you lift your heels off your mat, come into the balls of your feet. And then exhale with intention, sink your heels back down into your mat and spiral your inner thighs towards the back of the room. Press firmly through your hands to send your chest closer towards your thighs, feeling that all up your calves, your hamstrings, your shoulder blades, your scapula. Now inhale as you come onto the balls of your feet, lift your heels. And then exhale 1 more time, sink your heels down. Now inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. And then exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. And take on a ragdoll pose. So option to grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. Option to interlace your hands behind your back if your shoulder blades maybe are a little tight. Or option to interlace your hands at the crown of your head. But whichever version you choose, bend deeply into your knees to send your chest closer towards your thighs. And then almost like I'm taking you up by your hips, tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Yes, and feel rooted through the 4 corners of your feet. Now start to nod your head, yes. Nod your head, no. And then nod your head, yes, you showed up, you're here. So start showing up for yourself. Show yourself some love today. Take 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to your mat. Now bend your knees, bring your feet to touch, and then roll up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then exhale, Samasthiti, bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders down your back and then close your eyes right here. Right here's where you set your intention for your Thursday. How will you show up for yourself? My intention this whole week, and I challenge you to have the same, is just to show yourself a little bit more love, to give yourself some grace, and that way you're able to show love to all those around you. Appreciate what is going right for you right now, or set an intention of your own. We'll seal our intention with one cleansing breath. So take one deep inhale in through your nose, and then open mouth, release that breath out. Now open your eyes. Release your fingertips down at your side. Now inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead, and then hold right here. Now feel grounded through the four corners of your feet. So spread your toes out wide. Now pull your thighs off your kneecaps to engage your quads. And pull your belly button in as you tuck your tailbone down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears as you take a deep inhale and grab your left wrist. Standing half moon to the right, gaze underneath your left tricep. So feel that all up your left side body. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, switch out your grip, standing half moon to the opposite side, but this time gaze to the right. So you should feel this all up your right side body. Beautiful. Now inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff your chest forward. Inhale, rise back up, seal your palms together. And then exhale, forward fold, hinge forward at your hips, let the crown of your head fall heavy right here. Inhale, halfway lift, have a straight spine, and then hold here. Now shift your weight forward to the balls of your feet, let your heels pop off. And then engage your belly, gaze at the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back, and then just hold right here. Now bring your right knee to your right tricep, give it a little tap. Back to center, left knee to left tricep. Back to center, alternate right here, so it's right and then left. Yes, just warming up your external obliques right here. You have 8, 7, 6, you got it, Mary Frances, 5, yes, Brittany, 4, 3, 2, and 1, now high plank. Shift your weight forward and then lower all the way down to your belly. Now untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into your mat. Inhale, cobra pose, rise your chest up, draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Now this time take your hands wider than your mat and then draw your finger pads into the ground. Inhale, rise up, wide cobra pose. Now drop your right shoulder down, gaze over your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down, gaze over your right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now tuck your toes, engage your legs. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. We'll do that breath to movement. So inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Nice, Brittany. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, ground down, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, standing half moon to the right, grab your left wrist. Lean over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, standing half moon to the left. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise back up, seal your palms together. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back, hold right here. Now bring your right knee to your left tricep this time. Yeah, so opposite knee to opposite tricep. Back to center. Left to right. Back to center, alternate here. Yes, so now using those internal obliques, twist your knee to your opposite tricep. Option if you want a little more heat, drive them up, mountain climbers here. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now high plank. Shift your weight to your big toes and then lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in. Open mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now root through your feet. Inhale, mountain pose. How will you show up for yourself? Create space right here. Exhale, standing half moon to the right. Grab your left wrist. Lean over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Switch out your grip. Standing half moon to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend. Puff your chest forward, open up your heart. Inhale, rise back up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. So step or float back, and then shift your weight forward. Always an option to drop down to your knees and lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, chair pose. So sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead, and then just hold and breathe right here. Yes, now sink your weight into your heels like you're about to sit into a chair. Send your booty down and back. Beautiful, Mary Frances. Now feel that all up your lats, your serratus anterior as you open up your side body. And then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, baby back, then cactus your arms as you puff your chest forward. Now inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip, and take big giant circles with your right knee. So going in one direction and the other. So what this does, it warms up your groin, your psoas, to be able to move efficiently without getting any injuries. Our psoas is that one muscle that connects your lower and upper body. So we want to handle it with care. Now inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold it there for 4, for 3, sweep it back in 2, and 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Option to hold it here, option kick it out, fall in triangle. So spin on the inner arch of your back foot, the pinky edge of your left. Yes, and then start to make big giant circles with your top arm, opening up your side body. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, step your right foot right between your hands. Now, right here, make sure your knee is stacked right over your ankle. And then dial your right hip back, your left hip forward. Pull your back kneecap up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale in as you plant your left hand down. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your arm up towards the ceiling. And then just hold right here. So option to bring a block underneath that bottom hand, but with every inhale, lengthen through your spine. With every exhale, draw your right shoulder down your back. Press your back heel over your toe now. 2 more deep breaths right here. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now slowly start to release your right hand down and then take your right forearm. This little transition's hard the first time, but you'll get it. Take your right forearm to your right thigh. Yes, so your hands closest to your chest. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, extended side angle. Extend your arm over your top ear. Yes, and then just hold right here. Now, this is opening up your hips, so tuck your right hip under, your left hip back. And then use your right arm to nudge your chest open. Frame your ear with your biceps. So create one long line of energy from your bottom foot to your top hand. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 more inhaling. And then exhale, start to rise up, warrior 2. And then hold right here. Now make a few adjustments. So take your right knee, send it towards your pinky toe to open up your hips. And then ground down to the pinky edge of your back foot. Can you sink a little bit lower in that front leg? Yes, you can. Nice, y'all, awesome. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, as you start to straighten your front leg, just like that standing half moon, grab your right wrist with your left hand. And then exhale, warrior 2 with a side body stretch. So you're leaning back, but bending your front knee. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side bend. 1 more inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side bend. Now inhale, rise up. And then exhale, turn your toes in, your heels out, still grabbing that right wrist. And make a big circle counterclockwise all the way down to your mat. Yes, so now plant your right hand down. Inhale, extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Yes. You may need to bend deep into one knee and the other, opening up those hip flexors and that groin. But with every inhale, lengthen through your spine. With every exhale, open up your heart. One more deep inhale in. One more exhale out. Now release your left hand down. Start to walk your hands towards the front of your mat and pivot your back foot so both feet are towards the front. Now toe heel your right foot to the right side of your mat. Drop your back knee, untuck your back toe. We have lizard's lunge. So start to come either onto your hands. You could come onto your forearms. But you're spending this time going through the hip flexor on your left and your groin, your TFL, your IT band on the right. So take 2 deep breaths here. Just opening up your hips. Now one more inhaling. Exhale, rise up to your palms and then plant your left hand down. Start to press your right thigh out with your right hand. Gaze over your right shoulder. Yeah, this is uncomfortable, but it's so good for you. So allow yourself to get this love you need. 2 deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, start to roll onto the ball of your right foot. Plant your right hand back down. Tuck your back toe, engage your leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog, sweep your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths right here. Y'all are doing awesome. One more inhale in. One more exhale out. Now inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take those giant circles with your left knee. So going in one direction, the other. But look down at your right heel. Make sure it's sinking into your mat. Yes. Maybe even roll out that ankle. Now inhale, 3-legged dog. Sweep your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Hold it there for 4, 3. Yes, you can. 2. And 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Now option is just hold it there. Option if you get out for fallen triangle. So spinning onto the inner arch of your back foot, the pinky edge of your butt. Take 1 deep inhale in. 1 exhale out, be in the fire. Then inhale, 3-legged dog. Sweep your left leg back up high to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot right between your hands. Slow lunge. Now keep your back knee engaged and then look and make sure your knee is again stacked over your ankle. Dial your left hip back, your right hip forward, and pull your back kneecap up towards the ceiling. Now take a deep inhale as you plant your right hand down. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Yes, now with every inhale, lengthen like I'm pulling your hand all the way up. And then exhale, draw your left shoulder down your back. What this does, it rinses out your torso. It helps your metabolism by sending all new oxygen and blood to your digestive system. So with every inhale, it constricts it. With every exhale, it releases all new oxygen and blood. 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now, slowly release your left arm and then place your left forearm on your thigh. Spin your right heel down. Inhale, extended side angle. So you're making one long line of energy from your back foot to your top hand. So you should really feel this through your entire right side body. Yes, now dial your left hip under, your right hip back. Yeah. 2 deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. And then exhale, start to straighten your leg. Grab your front wrist with your back. And then exhale, warrior 2 with that side body stretch. Yes, so hold here. Dial your right shoulder back, your left shoulder forward. Now inhale, rise back up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side bend. 1 more inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side bend. Now inhale, rise up, turn your toes in, your heels out. And then exhale as you go clockwise this time all the way down towards your mat. Now you're literally taking your left wrist and then planting your hand down. Inhale, easy twist, right hand up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. So with every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, twist and give your spine some love. 2 deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, release that right hand down. Now start to walk your hands towards the front of your space. Pivot both of your toes forward and toe heel your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Now drop your back knee, untuck your back toe. Start to roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot. And then either come down to your hands or your forearms. Start to rock side to side. And the reason we don't tuck our toe under is it allows our right hip flexor to lengthen out. We store a lot of emotions, a lot of what's going on around us in those hip flexors. So allow this to release it. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, rise back up to your palms. Now take your left hand to your left thigh. Roll onto the pinky edge of your left foot. We have twisted lizard. So start to open up your chest, gaze over your top shoulder. You'll feel this through your IT band, your TFL on the left. 2 deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. Exhale it out. Now roll back onto your left foot, plant your hand down, tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog, keep your left leg high to the sky. And then exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana, option to do ekapada. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest forward. And then exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths right here. And then 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale, as you lift your heels off your mat, come onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees generously, gaze between your hands. 3 frog hops to the top of your mat. So kick your booty up, yes. Try to get a little traction. And then meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Yes, you got it. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're just going breath and movement. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, melt your heart forward. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead, straighten your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Option to always skip it and just hold a high plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Now over to your left elbow. Over to your right, yeah, like a windshield wiper for 8, 7, 6, yes you can, 5, you got it, Brittany, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 3-legged dog, keep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Option to kick it through fallen triangle if that's in your practice. Yes, so spin onto the inner arch, open up your heart. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, 3-legged dog, keep your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist, plant your left hand down, right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release your right hand to your right thigh. Spin your back heel down, extended side angle. Open up your chest. Use your elbow to nudge your chest open. Now inhale, rise up, warrior 2. And then exhale, grab your front wrist with your back hand. Exhale, warrior 2 with the side body stretch. Inhale, rise back up, turn your toes and your heels out. Exhale, circle all the way down to the ground. Plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left hand up towards the ceiling. Easy twist into wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, fold forward. Now start to walk your hands towards the front of your mat. Pivot your back foot forward. Inhale, lizard to lunge. So roll onto the pinky edge of your right foot. Option to stay on your palms if you want to come down to your forearms. You have 2 breaths here. Just so y'all know, next time we're going to try the ekapada. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale, tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog, keep your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hip, flip your dog. Yes, so ground down through your feet. Try to lift your hips up. Open your chest, your heart towards the ceiling. 2 deep breaths right here. One more inhaling. Exhale, unflip your dog, three-legged dog. High to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Over to your right, then back over to your left. Yes, like a windshield wiper. Right and left. You have 8, 7, 6. Engage your belly. You have 4. Nice, Brittany. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Kick it through, fall in triangle. Just ground down through that pinky foot edge of your foot. Open up your heart and try to slide your left foot towards the front of your mat. Yes, now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Plant your right hand down. Sweep your left leg high. There we go. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your hands, but keep your back leg engaged. Inhale, easy twist. Plant your right hand down, left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your left hand down. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Spin your back heel down, extended side angle as you inhale. Exhale as you open up your chest. Now inhale, warrior 2. And then exhale it out. Inhale, rise up, grab your front wrist. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side body stretch. Inhale, rise up, turn your toes and your heels out. And then exhale, make a big giant circle all the way down towards the center of your feet. Inhale, plant your left hand down, sweep your right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your right hand down. Pivot your feet forward, lizard's lunge as you walk your hands on the inside of your left foot. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 more inhaling. Exhale it out. Then plant your hands into your mat. Tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Sweep your left leg high. Bend your knee. Stack your hips. Flip your dog. Woo! Yes, can you ground down a little bit more to lift your hips even higher? Gaze at your top hand. You've got it. You have 4, 3, unflip your dog in 2, and 1, unflip your dog, three-legged dog. And then high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. How y'all doing? Getting back into the swing of it, huh? 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale as you come onto the balls of your feet, lift your heels, bend your knees. 4 frog hops to the top of your mat. Yes, so kick your booty up. Catch some air, yes, and meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Y'all got it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Yes. Now inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with a baby back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, baby back bend. So it's almost like a shoulder press right here. You can see my sculpt coming in, but with no weight to really drive your shoulder blades down. For 4, 3, we'll hold it low in 2, and 1. Now hold it low, 8, 7, even lower, 6. You know where we're going. You have 4, 3, all the way down in 2, and 1 all the way down. High boat pose. Yes, now interlace your hands so you're Charlie Angeling your fingers. Russian twist right and left, right and left. Now option to place your feet down. If you feel any lower back pain, place your feet down and then you can lift them back up when you're ready. When your low back gets that weight, that means that your psoas is giving out. We don't want that to happen. So be where you are and find a little bit of grace. You have 4, 3, high bow in 2, and 1. Now high bow. Now take your hands right behind your bum. Bring your heels all the way down to your mat. Inhale, draw your shoulders back, lengthen. And then exhale, crunch your knee in towards your forehead. Inhale, lengthen, touch your heels down. Exhale, crunch out. So it's down, up, lower, lift, Exhale as you lift, down. Exhale, so if you bring it further back, it'll help you if you need a little bit of help right here. But make sure to touch your heels each time in order to get that full range of motion, working your entire core for 8, 7, for 6, yes, Mary Frances. You have 5, you got it, Brittany. Last 4, for 3, all the way down in 2, and a 1 all the way down on your back. Yes, now bring your knees so they're stacked right over your hips. Create a basket grip behind your head. Yes, now bring your right elbow to your left knee, point your right toe forward, bicycle twist, but hold here, point your right toe for 4, holding just one way, 3, yes, challenge yourself, 2, and 1, back to center as you inhale. Exhale, opposite leg forward. Now that leg that's forward, point that toe. Yeah, so we start to get into that habit. So point your toe like you're a ballet dancer. For 4, beautiful. For 3, speed it up in 2. And 1, now speed it up. So it's right, center, left, center. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So you're working your internal obliques for 8. And left, yes, you got it. 7, slow count, for 6. Now make sure you're bringing your elbow to your knee rather than your knee to your elbow. Yes, you can, for 4. Last 3, yes, you can. 2, and 1, lower all the way down. Now bring your knees into your chest and grab behind your thighs. Start to rock and roll up and down your spine. Yes, and see if you can pop back up into chair pose if you're feeling a little frisky today. Woo! Yes, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward, and then exhale, prayer twist towards the right. So make sure, look down at your right knee, make sure it's in line with your left, and then start to open up your chest. Yes, so stack shoulder over shoulder, sink your hips low, gaze above your shoulder. Take a deep inhale and start to bring your left foot to your heel. Yes, so you're just kicking your booty up. And then exhale, step it back, revolved crescent lunge. Yeah. Option to open your arms. You only have 2 breaths here. Just twisting out everything you don't need. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now shift your weight towards your front foot. Keep your hands to your heart center. Twisted warrior 3 or revolved warrior 3. I couldn't do this at all until I started taking a couple of gym's classes, and I was like, this is crazy. But your body eventually gets used to it. Now, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, forward fold, standing split. But lift your left leg high and bring your chest closer towards your thigh. Option to bring a block. Option if you want to do some handstand hops, go for it. If you want to work a little more core, grab your shin width maybe with one hand and maybe with the other. Yes, but straighten and lift through that top leg to really enhance that hamstring stretch. Take 1 more deep inhale in. You guys are going to kill me. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bring your left knee behind your right. Tuck it under. Inhale, lengthen, standing split. Exhale, Shiva squat. 1 last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Shiva squat. Start to slowly bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana or standing leg raise. Bring your left knee in line with your hip. Yes. Exhale, funky chair standing figure 4, whatever you want to call it. Now you have 5 deep breaths here. So we opened up our hips. We did a lot of those hip openers to get prepared for this. So option is stay here. Option is sink your hips down low. Maybe you plant your hands into blocks or the ground and grip your mat with your fingertips. You bend your elbows to a 90-degree angle and you suffocate the heck out of your right arm with your left foot. So a lot of that holding on is with that foot. Maybe you lift your right foot up. Maybe, if my arm isn't slippery enough, you start to lift that back leg off your mat. Woo! And if you fall, guess what? You're right by your mat, so it's okay. But because my arm's slippery, that will make you fall as well. Don't know why it is. But do what your body needs. Give yourself grace. If you just need a little hip opener, Just sink your hips low. Wherever you are, you have 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. Exhale it out. Now inhale back to standing leg raise. Exhale, set up for dancer. So grab the inner arch of your left foot and then look down at your knees. Make sure or feel that your thighs are in line with one another. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, dancer pose. So kick back into your hand as you gaze forward. So look at something not me preferably. So gaze forward at something not moving. And notice when you fall out of a pose, when things start to get messy, how do you react? Do you get frustrated? Or do you get up and you try again? Because the more you get up and try again and give yourself some grace, the more that follows you outside your mat. Nice. 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. 1 more inhale in. And then exhale, release your foot, airplane. So launch your chest forward. Dial your left hip down, your right hand up, your right hip up. Now bend generously in your right leg. Step it back, low lunge. We're back at where we were at the beginning. Now plant your left hand down, inhale, easy twist, extend your right hand back up. Exhale, thread your right forearm on top of your right thigh. Inhale, spin your back heel down, extended side angle. Now you have 5 deep breaths here. So where do you want to go? Do you want to extend both your arms forward to get a little external oblique action? Do you want to try a bind, maybe even using a towel? Where do you want to go today? Yes, now draw your shoulder back and then slide your hands back towards your bum, Brittany. Yeah. TJ made that adjustment on me once and it's a different pose. So I'm challenging y'all to do the same. Nice, Mary Frances. Now send your front knee towards your pinky toe, open up your hip. Take 1 deep inhale and release that bind. And then exhale, bring your right hand back to your thigh. Inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Grab that front wrist, inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side body stretch. Inhale, pivot your toes in, heels out. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Now, you have a few breaths here to do what your body needs. So if you need to get upside down, if you need even more twisting, feel free to walk your right hand to your left ankle and then extend your left arm towards the ceiling. Option to walk your hands behind you, but let your head fall heavy. And also walk your feet as wide as you need to. Yeah, get into those hip flexors. Beautiful. 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. I've been practicing yoga for quite some time and teaching it, and I still am too freaked out to do a headstand. So good for you, but remember, same movement, same acknowledgement of rushing all that oxygen and blood when you're just hanging upside down like this. Now inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hip creases. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the front of your space. Inhale, reverse triangle, so straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Hinge your front arm forward and then down. So option to take your palm or the back of your hand to your shin. Tuck your right hip under, your left hip back, so you should really feel a stretch through your right groin and hip flexor. And then leave a little micro bend in that right knee to protect your joints. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhaling. 1 more exhale. Now inhale, reverse warrior, bend your front knee, reach up and back behind you. Yes, and then exhale, thread your hands down to the ground, put them on the inside of your right foot. Now option to go into that lizard's lunge by dropping your back knee. If you want to try that ekapada, you start to walk your right hand so it's on the right side of your foot with your shoulder almost underneath your knee. Then you start to bend your elbows and your chest is held up by your triceps. Then you bend your knee out. Maybe you start to shift your weight from your feet to your hands. The trick right here is though, Your face needs to get very low to the ground, and some people get freaked out by that. So try and see what happens. Yes, even closer to the ground. Your triceps are literally holding you up. People don't realize that because pictures don't look like that. They look like your arms are doing all the work, but it's actually your core is engaged and you're held up like this by your triceps. So we'll take one more deep inhale in. One more exhale out. Now start to walk your right foot in the center of your mat and frame your right foot with your hands. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, prayer twist towards the left. Yes, connect your right elbow, you know what's coming. The last part of our standings here. Now, can you sink your hips a little bit lower? Can you stack shoulder over shoulder, elbow over elbow? Now, inhale as you start to lift your right heel towards your booty. And then slowly step it back, revolved crescent lunge, yes. Now feel free to open up your arms, whatever your body needs. If you need an arm balance, go for it. But whatever your body needs right here, right now, you have one more deep inhale. Exhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, launch off that back foot, revolved warrior three. Yes, it's challenging, but the more you get your body to do it, the more it actually starts going there. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, standing splits. So launch forward over your front shin, lift your right leg high. Do 3 deep breaths here. So whatever you want to do, if you want to plant your hands, you can start trying some handstand hops. So the important part is using that leg that's already up, kicking up as you try to get your left foot to meet your right. So even a little bit off the ground, as long as your shoulders are over your hips. Or try your core by grabbing one shin with a hand and maybe your other, not shin, your same shin with the other hand. Y'all got it. You're stronger than you think. You be where you are, though, and you love where you're at. You appreciate, because every chapter, this craziness that's going on, it serves its purpose. It shows us that we're a lot freaking stronger than you think you are. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bring your right knee behind your left. Inhale, standing squat. Exhale, Shiva squat. Last one, inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your knees together. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, standing leg raise. Bring your right knee in line with your hip. Exhale, funky chairs. Or figure four, whatever that's called. Yes, standing figure four. And then sink your hips low like you're about to sit in a chair. Now, option to try that arm balance by planting your hands, tucking your elbows in, like you're about to do a chaturanga. And it's almost like the same thing as crow, except you're suffocating that left arm with your right toe. Yes, so even more, yeah, perfect. And the only part that's taking that left leg up is squeezing so hard that you know your right leg isn't gonna fall down. So it's actually not flexibility, it's more of that grip you have on your arm. Wherever you are, take one deep inhale in. And one more exhale out. We'll meet back in standing leg raise. So inhale, bring your right knee in line with your hip. And then exhale, set up for dancer. So grab the insole of your right foot. Make sure your thighs are lined up with one another. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, start to kick back into your hand as you gaze forward. This is really nice for your hip flexors. Yeah, and sometimes our hip flexors don't allow us to open up that much. Honestly, I did the 30 days of yoga, and my dancer's pose from the beginning to the end looks like a totally different pose. So it's kind of getting your body readjusted to what you're bringing onto it. So we'll take one more deep inhale in, standing leg raise. And then exhale, airplane, launch your chest forward, bend deep in that front knee, really, really bend deep. And then plant your right foot down, easy twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Exhale, release your left hand on your forearm on your left thigh. Spin your back heel down, inhale, extended side angle on the left. Yes, so now wherever you need to go, whatever you did on the other side, try it on this side. And notice it may look a lot different than it did on the other side. And that's because our bodies aren't that proportional. Sometimes our hips are tighter on one side than the other. Yes, now slide your hands back towards your booty, Brittany. Yeah, now draw your right shoulder back. Yes, you got it. You're stronger than you think. 2 more deep breaths. Nice, Mary Frances. Open up that heart. Nice, Brittany. Now, birdies, come back down to earth. Extended side angle as you come back down. Rest your forearm on your thigh. And then exhale, warrior 2. I'm on the long leg. Inhale, rise up, grab your front wrist. Exhale, warrior 2 with that side body stretch. Yes, now inhale, rise up, turn your toes and your heels out. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. We're only going to be here for 2 deep breaths. So do what your body needs. 1 more inhale in. Exhale it out. Now bring your hands to your hips and then rise your chest up. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the front of your space. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Hinge forward from your hips and then reach down. Yes, now open up your chest, draw your right shoulder back. Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now bend deep in that front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down on the inside of your left foot. Option to drop your back knee and untuck your back toe. Option to try an ekapada by walking your left hand underneath your left, on the side of your left foot, words today, and bring your left shoulder underneath your left knee. You pin your elbows in and then maybe you start to shift your weight from your feet to your hands. So you're really engaging your core, your triceps. Yes, Brittany. Now wherever you are, take 1 more deep inhale in. And then 1 more exhale out. Yes. Now inhale as you rise up to your palms, tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale as you gaze at the top of your mat. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, standing half moon to the right, last little bit. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, standing half moon to the left. Inhale, back to center, and then exhale, baby back bend, puff your chest forward. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, last chaturanga, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. So bring your right shin parallel to the top of your mat. And then inhale as you sit up straight and tall. Exhale, fall forward over your front shin. Now start to rock side to side. Feeling those hip flexors, your groin release any tension it needs to. Right here, acknowledge what sets your soul on fire. What do you have gratitude for today? What can you focus a little bit more on? How can you show yourself a little bit more love every single day? How can you show up for yourself? 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale as you start to rise up to your palms. And then tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog, sweep your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You can pedal out your dog, whatever your body needs. And we'll go to the left side. So inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Inhale, sit up straight and tall, draw your shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, sleeping pigeon. Hinge forward and then down over your front shin. And again, rock side to side. Really allow yourself to get into that groin. Two more deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale it out. Now inhale as you start to rise up to your palms. Tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. And then inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale as you gaze through your hands. Exhale, step, float, jump, however you want to get there through your hands, and then lay all the way onto your back. And then inhale, hug your knees into your chest. Exhale, happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Just now intentionally pull your knees in towards your armpits as you lift your tailbone off your mat. You'll feel that, be able to massage out your low back. Rock side to side, maybe extend one leg, the other. And then inhale, hug your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg out in front of you. Supine twist. Guide your right knee over your left thigh. Extend your right arm out beside you. Sink your right shoulder into your mat. If you guys have the time, I definitely encourage you to do yin tonight. I definitely don't do enough stretching in my classes. I've actually been doing yin 3 times a week, and you'll feel such a difference in your body, even in your yang or your power practice. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale to roll back onto your back. And then switch out your legs. So cross your opposite, or not cross your opposite. Hold your left knee in towards your chest, your right leg long. Supine twist as you guide your left knee over your right. Extend your left arm out beside you. Allow your lumbar spine to just relax, to lengthen out through your torso. One deep inhale. Then exhale it out. Now roll back onto your back. And then bring your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead up to your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Appreciate yourself for showing up when there's a million reasons of why we can't. You showed up. You did the hardest part. So give yourself some gratitude. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Lay flat on your mat. Let everything go. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just come back to your breath. Remember this, the most valuable and worthwhile thing you can do is self-development, because the world cannot take from you who you are. If you learn a skill, you can lose a job and still be okay, because you have that skill to bring somewhere else. If you learn how to manage time or money or relationships, you can lose time, money, and relationships and still be okay, because you have the skills to organize, plan, rebuild, and recreate with people, places, and things that are maybe even better for you. The point is that if your security in life is in what you have, you'll never feel safe. But if it's in who you are, nothing can touch you, nothing can stop you. You're ready to move on with the rest of your Thursday. Start to bring some movement back into your body, starting with your breath. Take one big giant inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. And then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Point your toes towards the front of the room. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Your second wake up of the day, feeling a little different than your first. And then roll over to your right side in fetal pose. So bring your knees in towards your chest and use your right arm as a little pillow. Pause right here. We end our practice each class in Shavasana in corpse pose, the death of our practice. And roll into fetal pose to represent rebirth, new beginnings. A chance to find some grace, to not be so hard on yourself and to show yourself some love. Allow yourself to learn new skills, develop as a person so that you can go out and serve and love on everybody else around you. Use your left palm to press you up towards a seated position facing the front of the room. Bring your hands to heart center, roll your shoulders down your back and close your eyes right here. We'll seal our practice just as we started with one big cleansing breath. So take one deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release everything you want to leave in this room today. And bring your hands to your third eye center and pause right here. The light, the love, the teacher in me sees, honors, and absolutely adores the light, the love, the teacher in each and every one of you. We bow together and say namaste. Namaste, y'all. How you doing? How you guys feeling? I'm gonna shut this off. Yes, I love it. Oh my God, it's so hard to do this at the